Welcome back to Juicy Gossips, the place where the icons shine and their stories live forever. If you love classic Hollywood, unforgettable pop culture moments, and the stars who truly defined a generation, you're absolutely in the right place today. We're diving into one of the most mesmerizing figures of the 1970s and beyond. The dazzling Farrah Fawcett. You've seen the title. Farrah Fawcett bared it all, leaving little to the imagination. But before any assumptions are made, let's break down what that really meant, not just in the headlines but in the pages of cultural history. Farrah Fawcett wasn't just a bombshell, she was a phenomenon. A woman who changed the way the world looked at fame, beauty, and confidence, of course. That red swimsuit image immediately comes to mind. Released in 1976, it wasn't just a poster, it became the best-selling poster of all time. With over 12 million copies sold, it wasn't just on bedroom walls, it was etched into the fabric of pop culture. But here's what most people don't realize. Farrah had full creative control over that shoot. She chose the now iconic red swimsuit. She did her own makeup, she styled her signature feathered hair, and she worked side by side with the photographer to capture a moment that was fully and completely her own. That's the real reason it struck a chord. It wasn't staged, it wasn't manufactured, it was pure. Farrah, confident, radiant, and completely in charge of her image, and at a time when most actresses were shaped by Hollywood studios and male executives, Farrah flipped the entire script. Yes, it was bold. Yes, it left little to the imagination by 1970s standards, but it was about something far deeper. It was about self-expression. It was about agency. She wasn't told what to do or how to look, she made the call. And in doing so, she redefined what it meant to be a woman in the spotlight. That poster didn't fade with the decade. It became timeless because it was more than sexy. It was empowering. Now, here's where the story gets even more powerful. Farrah wasn't just a pretty face, she had the talent to match the image. After Charlie's Angels skyrocketed her to fame, she could have coasted on her popularity, but she chose a different path. She stepped into serious roles that shocked critics and fans alike. One of the most unforgettable was The Burning Bed, a searing performance that earned her an Emmy nomination and proved she had dramatic depth. She tackled hard subjects. She exposed raw emotion, and she never shied away from the truth. Farrah Fawcett used her fame to highlight real issues. And in doing so, she won over even the harshest skeptics. She continued to evolve throughout her career, taking on roles that challenged her and exposed more of her soul. And that's what made her unforgettable. She was never afraid to be vulnerable, to be seen, not just as a star, but as a human being. So, when we say Farrah Fawcett bared it all, we're not just talking about one famous photo, we're talking about a woman who let the world see her. Every beautiful, complex, inspiring piece of her, through her style, her talent, and her fearlessness. She showed more than skin, she showed courage, authenticity, and the kind of power that never goes out of style. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of Hollywood's most iconic legends, be sure to like this video, subscribe to Juicy Gossips, and tap that notification bell for more timeless tales from the stars who defined an era. And tell us in the comments, what's your favorite Farrah Fawcett moment?